Marietta, and they lost that game 5-3. They played Harrison, and they lost that game 5-2. And then they played a string of teams out of Florida. They played Rickards, Yulee, Oakleaf, and they won all three of those games. Rickards by 4-0, Yulee 13-1, and Oakleaf 5 will be facing off later. And the Coffee County Trojans beat them 12-6. And of course, after the win on Saturday, that pushed the Bulldogs record to 5-2. Now I'm going to give you the starting lineup for the Toombs County Bulldogs. Leading off will be senior number 3 Chandler Lynn. He'll be playing in center, followed by freshman Trayvon Harris, who will be at third. Senior Grace Stevens, who will be at first. Junior Jason Dukes, who is catching. Brantley Upshaw, who is pitching. Alex Gordy, who is DHing for right fielder Foster Jones. Chase Musselman will be playing left. And Cody Cortez will be at short. The name of this field is Charles A. Wilson Field, and it looks like we're about to start. Pitching for the Trojans tonight will be Justin Swords, who is a right-handed pitcher and wears number 15 for the Trojans. And lefty senior Chandler Lynn is up to bat for the Bulldog baseball team in his leadoff position, where he'll be batting the entirety of this season, as he is a leadoff hitter. Swords winding, first pitch of the game, going to throw it in knee level and in for a strike on Chandler Lynn. Sword is going to start out by working from the stretch, even with no one on base. He's coming set, winding, and the 0-1. That one hit in the dirt and bounced away from the catcher lot, and that'll be ball 1. Of course, the Bulldogs coming off 2 very exciting wins, one versus Appling at home on Saturday, and the other versus Washington County on Friday. One of those games going into extra innings. The 1-1. Missing high and outside. That'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike on Chandler Lynn. Lynn, of course, a 3-sport athlete playing football, wrestling, and now baseball. He's in his senior year here for Toombs County. Swords coming set, wind, and the 2-1. Lynn acted like he wanted to, but didn't, and it's a good thing he didn't, because that was ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike on the senior lefty for the Bulldogs. Swords coming set, and the 3-1. And that misses low, and Chandler Lynn, doing a thing he does best, is reaching on a walk for the Bulldogs. That'll bring up number 10, sophomore Dawson Brantley. Brantley is coming off of a 3-game hitting streak for the Bulldogs, scoring the winning run on Friday's game versus Appling County. Scoring the winning 3 runs. Sword going to come set, Lynn with a lead, and going to deliver to the plate. First pitch to Brantley is in for strike 1. Brantley stepping back in, wearing number 10, batting from the right-hand side. Lynn with a lead. Sword coming set, and the pitch. Swing and a miss by Brantley, and now he falls behind 2. Head coach Derek James in the third base coach's box. Assistant coach Patrick Kraft across the diamond at first. Sword giving a full look at Lynn before coming set. Winding, and the 0-2. Swing and a miss by Brantley, and that's strike 3. 1 down. That'll bring up freshman Trayvon Harris. Harris, of course, hitting a ball that rolled up the middle on Saturday's game in the bottom of the 8th inning, winning the game for the Bulldogs. Scoring the winning run. First time this season the Bulldogs have went into extra innings. Have gone. Sword's going to throw over to first. Lynn there safely. Sword going to come set, working from the stretch. The pitch to the plate, runner going, swing and a miss by Trayvon, and that throw was off. Lynn was there safely. So with a runner at second in scoring position for the Dogs, let's see if they can do what it seems to be the only way they score runs is early in the game. So maybe they're going to continue that trend. Offense, of course, has been a struggle in recent seasons for the Bulldogs. So let's see how they do here against, from what I can tell, faster pitching for sure. Swords coming set, giving a look at Lynn at second, and winding. Trayvon puts this one in the 5-6 hole for a base hit. Chandler Lynn being held up at third, and Trayvon Harris with another base hit. So with runners on the corners, that'll bring up senior Gray Stevens. And he'll be followed by catcher Jason Dukes. Dukes still with the shin guards on. One out. Runners at first and third. Swords taking his time before coming onto the mound. Looking over into the Coffee County dugout, which is on the base side. Bulldogs are in the third base dugout. Swords coming set. And he's going to throw back to nowhere. He faked a throw to third. Lynn got back. One down here in the top of the first inning. Bulldogs to score here early. Swords coming set. And delivering to the plate. Stevens taking that one for ball one. Stevens wearing number 22 for the Bulldog baseball team. Harris and Lynn getting their leads from first and third. Sword delivering. And the next one was upstairs also. Stevens working ahead, 2 balls and no strikes at the plate. Pitching today for the Bulldogs will be freshman Brantley Upshaw. Although if you looked at him, you wouldn't think he was a freshman. I believe he's 6'7". Swords coming set and the 2-0. Breaking ball in for strike one. And that'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike on Gray Stevens. Something new that Coach James brought with him after Fitzgerald left. You know, Coach Fitz was all about signs from third base. Coach James has a whole number system, and next pitch missing for ball 3. And most of the Bulldogs have it on their left wrist. They can look at the sign, whatever that may be. Used to, I could look at Coach Fitz at third, and I could tell what the sign would be. But this year, I have no idea. Next pitch missing low, and Stevens will reach on a walk. So that loads up the base for Junior Dukes. See if Dukes can score a run for the Bulldogs. The opportunity is there. Base is loaded on deck. Freshman Brantley Upshaw. Swords is coming set, winding, and the first pitch. Dukes is going to take in for strike one. Dukes wearing number 15 and will be catching tonight for the Bulldogs. Swords with the pitch. Breaking ball, and Dukes takes strike 2. Nothing in 2 on Jason. Moves to the front of the box, choked up on the bat a bit. Swords winding, and the 0-2. Dukes getting a piece of this one, fouling it off in the back of the net. Again, bases loaded here early for the Bulldogs in the top of the first. And very nice weather. I think it's supposed to be nice all this week, which makes good for baseball. Good weather is good for baseball. And the 0-2 from Swords. Breaking ball, Dukes popping foul and out of play. So he's staying alive, called that one out in front, and placed it foul. From what I can gather, looking over into the stands of the Coffee County Trojans, I think they have a group. Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. Swords coming with the 0-2. Missing low. That'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. I guess a lot of teams have all kind of names for them. The people that sit in the group and make all the noise, during a game, really annoying. Unless it's your own team, then you think it's funny. The 1-2 from Swords, and Duke swung at a really high fastball and ended up dropping the bat, and that'll be strike 3. 2 down to bring up Brantley Upshaw, who's pitching for the Bulldogs tonight.
Now batting, number 12.
And he bats from the left, but he throws from the right. Brantley's mother is who runs the scoreboard for the Bulldogs, so many times during a game, if you hear me talking to somebody, it's usually her or a home game, which she's here tonight. Swords is coming set with 2 outs. The first pitch to Upshaw. He gets a slow roller over to the third baseman who bobbles it, and Brantley is there safely, and the Bulldogs are on top 1-0. And with 2 down, they're going to substitute a runner in for their pitcher, and it looks like it's going to be number 5, Galen Wilds. Freshman for the team. Up to bat now will be senior Alex Gordy, and he'll be followed by senior Chase Musselman. Gordy DHing for senior Foster Jones, who's playing right field today. Runners on all the bases. Bases are still loaded. Swords is coming set. Winding, and the pitch. He gets Gordy on a fastball. That'll be strike 1. The Trojans are in their maroon tops and white bottoms. The 0-1 to Gordy. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 2. Gordy steps back in. Where's number 8 for the Bulldogs? Swords coming set. And here's the 0-2 to the plate. Called strike 3. So Swords, although he doesn't give up a run and lets the full, he gets out of the inning with 3 strikeouts. We'll take a break and come back at the bottom of the first on Y101.
For over 35 years, Thriftway, your Galaxy food store, has been serving the community and is your family-owned and operated hometown grocery store. Michael Grimes and his staff strive to support their community and give customers service second to none. Also, make Thriftway's meat department your first stop when you're looking for fresh, USDA-certified meats. Their professional meat cutters are always happy to get you the perfect cut of meat. Come in and save throughout the store every day at Thriftway, your Galaxy food store in Lyons.
Community Hospice in Vidalia has been serving families in our community for over 20 years. With their years of service and expertise, they are who you need to call when a family member is facing life's toughest challenges. CEO Jason Colbert will ensure that your family member is treated with the utmost decency and respect. You can call them today at 912-537-0063, or you can go by the facilities at 904 Mount Vernon Road in Vidalia. Jason Colbert and the gang at Community Hospice would like to send their best wishes to Bulldog Senior number 22, Gray Stevens, and wish him the best of luck in his senior season.
Now back to the field for more Toombs County High School baseball on Y101.
And welcome back to Toombs County Baseball. They're on the road tonight in Coffee County, which is Douglas, Georgia. If you've never been out here, it's quite the trip. There's not much to see and lots of roads. Brantley Upshaw is on the mound for the Bulldogs, making his first varsity start as the pitcher for the team, coming off a basketball season where I heard he had an injury to an ankle, turning all sorts of colors, which isn't good. Jason Dukes is behind the plate. Trayvon Harris is at third. Cody Cortez is at short. Dawson Brantley is at second. Gray Stevens is at first. Foster Jones is in right. Chandler Lynn's in center. And Chase Musselman is in left. And it looks like we're about ready to go here. Up to bat first for the Trojans will be second baseman Brady Skipper.
Now batting, number 9, Brady Skipper.
Brantley Upshaw going to work from the stretch here to start off the game. Both pitchers working from the stretch, even with no one on base, which is an interesting thing I like to keep up with. Brantley, again, throws from the right, bats from the left. First pitch, he's going to hit Skipper right in the back, right on the number 9. And that puts a runner on base. So up to bat now for the Trojans will be Trevor Gruska, the left fielder.
Now batting, number 1, Trevor Gruska.
The runner at first, Brantley going to give him a look before coming set. And Brantley comes set, still giving a small look over the shoulder. Going to deliver to the plate. Gruska showed bunt, but did not. Pitch missing outside for ball 1. So Brantley going to give another look. Again, pitches from the right, bats from the left. And the pitch. And that one's also missing outside. That'll make it 2 balls and no strikes. Brantley giving another look. Now he's going to come set in the 2-0. And missing way outside, so Gruska is way ahead here. 3 balls and no strikes. Gruska batting from the left. Runner at first, getting a lead. Upshaw coming set, and the 3-0. He puts in for a strike at the knee. And that'll make the count 3 balls and 1 strike. Brantley going to give a look over at first where Skipper has a lead. Stevens holding him on. And the 3-1. Hey, he puts that one in for strike 2, and that loads up the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Gruska steps back in. On deck is shortstop Logan Dell. Brantley looking, coming set, and delivering. Runner going. This pitch fouled off and out of play. So the runner will be going back. Dukes receiving the sign from Coach Hayne Bryant. And the 3-2. Gruska gets under this one and sends it to shallow center where Chandler Lynn came in and made the catch for out number 1. Cortez running behind him gave way to Lynn, who clearly had the better angle on the ball. So 1 down.
Now batting number 4.
They'll bring up shortstop Logan Dell, batting from the right-hand side. Upshaw giving a look at Skipper, who has his lead at first, coming set, and now delivering. And that'll be in for strike 1. Brantley looking again, coming set. And the 0-1. Dale getting under this one, hitting it over here behind third base where Cody Cortez has run over and made the catch, and that'll be out number 2. But 2 down, that'll bring up first baseman Peyton Adams. Adams batting from the left and batting in the cleanup position for the Trojan baseball team. Brantley Upshaw working from the stretch here. Runner at first. That's still Brady Skipper over at first. And here's the pitch. Missing high. Dukes coming up quick. But no go from the runner. Brantley looking over. Now he's going to come set. And runner's going. He's going to come to the plate. And this ball is ripped on the ground to Dawson Brantley, who bobbles it around, has time, picks it up, and he is out. What was almost scored as an error there. Dawson Brantley recovering, and that'll be out number 3. So the Bulldogs maintain a 1-0 lead as we go into the top of the second inning here in Coffee County. We'll take a break and come back with more Bulldog baseball on Y101.
You've heard the name. You've seen it many times. But do you know the real story of General So? Neither do we. But we do know it's a fantastic sauce. Try Zaxby's new General So's boneless chicken wings. The perfect blend of sweet and heat. And oh so delicious. It's legendary chicken with a legendary sauce. The new General So's boneless wings meal with crinkle fries and a 22-ounce drink. For a limited time, only at Zaxby's.
Have you heard the news? There's a new business in town. Doodlebugs, formerly Pitch and Stitch, is owned and operated by Mona Jones. Doodlebugs is located at 111 Southeast Main Street in Vidalia. We embroider, screen print, and vinyl most items. Come see us Monday through Friday. Our hours are 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. We can't wait to see you at Doodlebugs.
Now back to the field for more high school baseball with the Toombs County Bulldogs on Y101.
And welcome back to Coffee County. The Bulldogs on top 1-0 here in the top of the second inning. Up to bat will be senior Chase Musselman, followed by junior Cody Cortez, and then back to the top of the order with senior Chandler Lynn. And when I say that Musselman's up to bat, he is literally standing right in front of me. I'm here like close to the field, almost right behind the on-deck circle. The things you do for power, right? Have to find power.
Now batting number 4, Chase Musselman.
The guy calling out the batters up on the PA system, or the public address announcer, he was actually in the dugout when he was copying down the lineup, and I told him that it's pronounced Musselman, but he's still saying Musselman. Musselman going to show bunt to begin with and fouls this off behind the plate for strike 1. Sword coming set, winding, and a off-speed pitch, missing high for ball 1. Have a lot of people contacting me about how to get the stream because they don't have access to a radio right now. So if I'm ever silent, that's what I'm taking care of. The next pitch, Musselman lines into center field, and center fielder Walker comes on the hop and catches it for out number 1. Nice hit by Musselman, unfortunately caught there by the center fielder Walker. And with 1 down, that'll bring up Cody Cortez. Cortez playing short today for the Bulldogs, as he normally does. Wears number 1 and bats from the right-hand side. Sword still working for the stretch, going to deliver the first pitch to Cortez. Cortez takes strike 1 at the knee. Or actually, I guess I could say that was a little above the knee. But for certainly in the strike zone. Sword coming set again. Winding, and the 0-1. Cortez gets under this one and fouls it off out of play over towards the first base dugout for strike 2. So he's fallen behind in the count here. See if Cortez can pull it back. Wide stance. Nothing in 2 on Cortez. Sword coming set, and the 0-2. That one's missing high, and that'll be ball 1. On deck, senior Chandler Lynn, which means we're back to the top of the order. Sword coming, the 1-2, off-speed pitch called for strike 3. 2 down. So with 2 down, that'll bring us to the top of the order to senior Chandler Lynn, who bats from the left-hand side. And wears number 3 for the Bulldogs. Sword receiving the sign from catcher Lott. Now he's going to come set here. Playing under the lights here in Coffee County. The first pitch to Lynn, and that's going to be called strike 1 at the knee. And I can clearly see where the pitch location is on Lynn because he's a left-handed batter. And he's facing me when he bats. So that was definitely at the knee. Sword coming set, and the 0-1. Missing high. So Lynn working the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Can definitely tell Sword has velocity here with his throwing. He's coming set. And the 1-1. Lynn fouls off into the net behind home plate for strike 2. He definitely has a nice breaking ball, something off speed that I've seen that's been working. His fastball certainly has velocity. See the Bulldogs adjust to this pitcher. And the 1-2. Lynn pokes this one. It looks like it's going to drop in for a base hit for Chandler Lynn. Right behind third base. And that'll bring up Dawson Brantley, wearing number 10 for the Bulldogs and playing second base today. So the runner at first. See if the Bulldogs can score another run here in the top of the second. Although when a runner's at first, I wouldn't consider that scoring position. Definitely so when they get to third and second, depending on on your preference, you can or cannot consider. Brantley hitting a rolling bunt out to the pitcher Sword. He fields it, and that'll be out number 3 as he tosses it over to first. We go into the bottom of the second inning. The Bulldogs still leading 1-0, and we're in Coffee County as we break on Y101.
It's baseball season, and we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams. When life strikes with sudden expenses, First Franklin has been there to help for over 80 years. We offer fixed loan rates up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit us online at oneffc.com or give us a call at 537-3062. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License C5656.
Hello, Betsy Rollins here again for Tar Land and Timber, located on US 1 South in Lyons, just before the Omaha River. My dad, Tommy Rollins, is the owner and operator of Tar Land and Timber. If you have questions about your timber, give my dad a call. Pine wood, pulpwood, hardwood. He does it all. He will give you the best price for your timber. The job will be done right. Give Tommy a call at 912-565-8850. And don't forget to tell him Betsy sent you.
Now back to the field for all the hard-hitting action. It's Toombs County Bulldog Baseball right on Y101.
And welcome back to Coffee County for a non-region matchup between the Toombs County Bulldogs and the Coffee County Trojans. The Bulldogs here in the bottom of the second inning are on top 1-0. On the mound for the Bulldogs, freshman Brantley Upshaw, who's a transfer student from Robert Toombs. So up to bat for the Trojans will be pitcher Justin Swords. Upshaw coming set and delivering. Swords gets under this one and sends it into right field, and it's out of play. It's a foul. That'll be strike one. Nothing in one on Swords. Upshaw. Coming back, set. Winding, and the 0-1. That ball sailed high, and that'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Upshaw comes set. And the 1-1. That'll miss high, and that'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike for Swords. Upshaw coming set, and the 2-1. And he'll put that in for a strike at the knee. That'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes on Swords. On deck will be center fielder Griffin Walker. Upshaw coming set. Winding, the 2-2. That'll miss it high, and that'll load up the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes on the Trojan pitcher Sword. Brantley coming set. And the full count pitch. This ball is lined deep to right field where Foster Jones is and makes the catch for out number 1. 1 down. That'll bring up center fielder Griffin Walker. Walker making his way to the right-hand batter's box.
Now batting number 20, Griffin Walker.
Walker steps in with nobody on base. Brantley's still going to work from the stretch. I should call him Upshaw because if I say Brantley, you may think I'm talking about Dawson Brantley. Walker showed bunt, pulled back for ball 1. Trayvon Harris charging from third for that bunt play. And the 1-0. That'll be a miss low. That'll make it 2 balls and no strikes. You know, the radio guy for the station doing it for Coffee, he told me, he broke the news to me. He said, if Coffee loses tonight, we're going to have to fight after the game. This next pitch is going to be lined into center, and Chandler Lynn makes the catch for out number 2. So anyway, and he told me he doesn't fight fairly either. So there's a lot riding on this game. I really hope the Bulldogs can pull it out. You'd see that on some news station in Savannah tomorrow morning. Local radio guys duke it out on the field. So up to bat now will be A.J. Wilkerson, the right fielder. Pitch to him, missing high for ball one. Upshaw, now coming set. Winding in the 1-0. That'll be in for strike one. Again, the Trojans coming into this game are 7-2, meaning they played 9 games in the 2021 season, while the Bulldogs are 5-2, only have played 7. The 1-1 is going to be chopped onto the ground to Dawson Brantley. He moves over, unable to get a clean catch on it, and the ball rolls into the outfield. And the Trojans now have a base runner. So Brantley steps off the Brantley Upshaw steps off the back of the mound. Upshaw. I need to start calling him Upshaw. Upshaw. Not Brantley. I'm calling him by his first name.
Now batting number 22.
Upshaw coming onto the mound. Up to bat now will be Will Lott, the catcher for the Trojans. With 2 down, Upshaw looking over his shoulder. Now he's coming set. Delivering to the plate. First pitch in the dirt, but Dukes blocks it up. So the runner doesn't go, and that'll be ball one. A big crowd here for Coffee County, I would say, but the Bulldogs and a miss. That'll make the count even at 1. Middle infielders Cortez and Brantley running to the middle of the field. The ball is thrown back to Upshaw. Upshaw looking over his shoulder. Now he's going to come set. And now he's going to pick back to first. Wilkerson there safely. Upshaw going to come back onto the mound. A lot of noise from the Trojan dugout, although I have to say that the Bulldogs were being quite noisy earlier. I guess that's part of the game. Actually, I don't guess. I know so. The 1-1 pitch fouled off out of play. That'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Trojan catcher lot. Wearing number 22 on deck will be third baseman Trent Smith, and then back to the top of the order for the Trojans if the Bulldogs don't end the inning here within the next 2 batters. Brantley going to come set, getting a look at his runner, winding the 1-2. Missing outside. That'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the Bulldog fans are not happy about that one. If you couldn't hear them. Man, there are a lot of people here, and you'll never guess how many of them have masks on. The 2-2. He gets a piece of it and fouls it back into the net. Lott hangs in there. Brantley working him hard, or Upshaw working him hard. I think there's one person here wearing a mask, and it's not me. Which I was cleared by the Georgia Department of Health that I cannot catch COVID for 90 days after having it. So April 5th is my cutoff date, and then I can catch it again. Upshaw coming set, the 2-2, and this ball is going to be lined into center field, and Chandler Lane catches it for out number 3. So Upshaw having another 4-up, 3-down inning, and we go into the top of the third. Bulldogs on top of the Trojans 1-0 as we break in Coffee County on Y101.
If you're tired of making multiple trips to the pharmacy each month for prescription refills, All Care Pharmacy can help. With our Care Plus program, we contact your doctor for refills. We fill all of your regular monthly medications at one time and package them by dose. This way, you only have to make one trip to the pharmacy to pick up your medications. Call All Care Pharmacy at 912-524-0100 for more information about this free service.
McClendon Enterprises Incorporated is your local go-to contractor for turnkey civil construction services. We've been a proud supporter of local athletics since our start in 1979 and are appreciative of values instilled in our youth by the coaches and staff of the Toombs County school system over these years. If you're interested in pursuing a challenging yet rewarding career in civil construction, please visit our website at McClendonEnterprises.com today. Now back to the field for all the hard-hitting action. Toombs County Bulldog Baseball right here on Y101.
Welcome back to Coffee County, where the Bulldogs are here facing off against the Trojans. Bulldogs are on top 1-0 as we're in the top of the third. Up to bat will be third baseman freshman Trayvon Harris, followed by senior first baseman Gray Stevens and junior catcher Jason Dukes. Sword is still on the mound for the Trojans. And he's about ready to go here. He's about to throw it down. If you've never been to a baseball game, that's when on the last warm-up pitch, the catcher takes it and throws it down to second, where the shortstop's covering. Shortstop usually tosses it back to second baseman. Second baseman throws it into the third baseman. Third baseman hands it over to the first baseman. I've seen it 1,000 times. So believe me, if you know baseball, especially high school baseball, college baseball, they do it a lot. Happens every time. Up to bat now is Trayvon Harris, who so far, him and Chandler Lynn are the only two in the game to have a base hit, and we've only played 2 complete innings. The first pitch to Harris, missing high for ball 1. Sword, coming set, winding, and delivering to the plate. He puts this one in for strike, going to make the count even. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Bulldogs will be in action Thursday and Friday of this week. Both games at home, and the game on Friday will be senior night. Next pitch, a breaking ball, which he's going to put foul base side, and that'll be strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Harris. Standing towards the back of the box. Sword coming set. Winding, and the 1-2. Missing low. That'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes on Trayvon Harris. I'd say the game started a little before 6, 5:57, 5:58, something like that. We've already played 2 complete innings, and it's only been 30 or so minutes, maybe even a little less. Harris gets under this one and sends it up into the air over towards second base. And second baseman Brady Skipper makes the catch, and that'll be out number 1. 1 down, that'll bring up senior Gray Stevens, and he'll be followed by junior Jason Dukes.
Now batting number 22, Gray Stevens.
Sword working from the stretch. Stevens bats from the right. First pitch to him. I'm going to start him off with a breaking ball to be called for strike 1. 0-1 on Stevens. Where's number 22? Sword coming set. Winding and delivers. Stevens gets a piece of this one, fouls it back into the net behind him. That'll make it 0-2. In the game on Saturday, Stevens went 2 for 4 with an RBI single, a fielder's choice, and another single, and flying out to the center fielder for the Appling County Pirates. Sword now going to come set. Winding, and the 0-2. Stevens gets a piece of it, fouls it back off into the net once again. See, that looked like a fastball there. If I had to guess, he's going to come with something off speed. Who knows? But I have a pretty good guess that's what it's going to be. Sword receiving the sign from his catcher Lot. Now he's going to come set. Winding. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss by Stevens, and that'll be strike 3. 2 down to bring up Jason Dukes. Duke struck out on a 1-2 count his first at bat.
Now batting number 15, Jason Dukes.
So he steps in. Sword coming set. Winding and delivers the 2-out pitch to Duke. Swing and a miss. And that'll be strike one. Sword coming set. The 0-1 is going to be lined into the glove of the second baseman, Brady Skipper. And Sword and his Trojan defense has a 3-up, 3-down inning. We'll take a break and come back in the bottom of the third. Bulldogs still on top 1-0 on Y101.
Our sole purpose here at the bank is to share our financial news so that we can help you grow. Whether it's a savings account, a new home, business, and personal. We're an equal housing lender. People's Bank, where people come first. Member FDIC. Online at ourpeoplesbank.com.
Tired after a hard day at work? Or do you just not feel like cooking after church? Then come let the friendly folks at Shoney's in Vidalia do all the cooking for you and yours. Get their delicious 8-piece fried chicken meal with 2 large sides, 4 biscuits, and a gallon of that famous sweet tea, all for $18.99. Shoney's also offers that in a 12-piece or a 16-piece. Come let the friendly folks at Shoney's take all the work out of dinner at 2505 Highway 280 in Vidalia or call 912-537-0922.
Now we're going back to the field for more high school baseball with the Toombs County Bulldogs on Y101.
Welcome back to Coffee County. The Bulldogs are in a non-region matchup with a quintuple A school. Coffee County is 5A, Bulldogs AA. And the Bulldogs seem to be holding their own with this team as the score is 1-0 Bulldogs, and we're in the bottom of the third inning. Up to bat now will be Trent Smith, the third baseman. And on deck will be second baseman Brady Skipper, meaning we're back to the top of the order after this guy. Brantley Upshaw still on the mound for the Bulldogs, standing 6'7". Upshaw comes set and delivers. This ball is popped up into the air. Not sure where it is. And it is a foul ball. It went straight up into the air. No one touched it. They let it hit, and then it bounced foul. And that'll be strike one. And Trent Smith was on first. He's going to come back. 0-1 on the right-handed batter. Coach Derek James comes out to talk to his infield. Although there's not much you can do on something like that other than let it bounce and go foul. Dukes couldn't seem to find it when he hopped up. And to be fair, neither could I. Which is dangerous for me because I'm sitting out here unprotected. I'm not in the press box. And there's no one sitting beside me to protect me either. So if you hear the headsets just kind of hear a lot of crumbling type noise on the radio, that's because I've thrown the headsets off and ran. And I don't know when I'll return. The coast is clear. The coast is clear. There we go. And I see the ball lying on the ground still. So Brantley Upshaw, 0-1 on Trent Smith. Upshaw going to come set. Winding, delivers the 0-1. This ball's also popped up into the air over towards first baseman Gray Stevens in foul territory, and he makes the catch for out number 1. 1 down. That'll bring up second baseman Brady Skipper, meaning we're back to the top of the order for the Trojan baseball team.
Now batting number 9, Brady Skipper.
Skipper wearing number 9, batting from the right-hand side, playing second base tonight for the Trojans. Upshaw going to come set. Winding. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Skipper for strike 1. Upshaw coming set. Winding and the 0-1. Skipper gets under this ball and hits it in foul territory toward right field, and it goes out of play for strike 2. So 0-2 on Brady Skipper. He steps back in. Again, batting from the right-hand side. Upshaw. Coming set. And he's going to step off now. He comes back onto the mound. He comes set. 1 down. And the 0-2 is on the way. A nice pitch, just missing for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Brady Skipper, the second baseman. So Upshaw comes set and delivers the 1-2. He puts this one over to Gray Stevens. He bobbles it around a bit and going to toss it over to Brantley. Brantley's not able to stay with it. This ball rolls all the way here behind home plate. And Brady Skipper, however, is just going to hold there at first base. I believe the easiest thing to have done there would have been for Stevens to regain the ball and then take first base himself to get the out. I don't even think Brantley could have made it over there in time. And clearly he didn't. Just because on a play like that, you assume that the first baseman will handle it himself. And if something doesn't happen, your pitcher is still over here on the mound. So just an error there on the Bulldog defense. Upshaw coming set, going to deliver to the plate to Trevor Gruska. The first pitch to him will be in for strike 1. And his first at bat, he flew out to center fielder Chandler Lynn. Upshaw giving a look at Skipper on first. Now he's going to come set. Going to throw it back to actually no throw, just a fake. And now he comes back on the mound. See, this field has dimensions. To right, it's 333. The next pitch is going to be lined and over the head of Chase Musselman all the way to the fence. 1 run's going to score easy. Gruska rounding second, headed to third. Actually, Gruska going to hold up at second. The throw to the dish is late, and 1 run scores, and the game is tied at 1-all on an RBI single by left fielder Trevor Gruska. And with 1 down, that'll bring up shortstop Logan Dale. Dale wearing number 4.
Logan Dale.
Runner at second now for the Trojans and 1 down. Upshaw receiving the sign from his catcher Jason Dukes. Upshaw coming set and delivers. Pitch missing inside for ball 1. The Bulldog baseball team will have a junior varsity doubleheader on Thursday and Friday, both of those at home. This ball's hit on the ground to Cortez. He fields it, has time, throws it way over the head of Gray Stevens and into the dugout of the Coffee County Trojans. So that means that Dale will get to go to second. Yeah, I can't even. The error was certainly on the throw. If Gray Stevens was 2 foot taller, he still wouldn't have been able to catch that one. So this could be dangerous for the Bulldogs as the game is still tied at 1-all. The umpires are meeting for some reason, I guess, to discuss the Trojan base runners. So what they've decided is Gruska gets to take home plate, meaning that the Trojans score another run and puts the Trojans up 2-1 in the bottom of the third. So that'll bring up first baseman Peyton Adams. Adams batting from the left. Bulldogs down 2-1 in the bottom of the third inning. On errors, several defensive errors. I'm going to go back to my dimensions. In center, dead center, it looks like 363, and I can't see left field because of where I'm set up. Upshaw, he comes set and delivers. First pitch to Adams, he puts in for strike one. Upshaw taking his time, letting the game move at his own pace. He comes set, gives a look at his runner at second, delivers to the plate to Adams. That pitch missing inside. That'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike. So Brantley, Upshaw. Upshaw comes set. And the 1-1. This ball's hit onto the ground, past the glove of Upshaw. Slow roller, Dawson Brantley. Dawson has time, fields it, and fires to first for out number 2. 2 down to bring up pitcher Justin Swords. Swords had the chance to score another runner for the Trojans, hopefully for the Bulldogs. Some key pitching here, and defensive work can get the Bulldogs out of the inning.
Justin Swords.
The Bulldogs really don't need to give up any more runs. Up to bat when we return, the Bulldogs will send up Brantley Upshaw, Alex Gordy, and Chase Musselman. In the top of the fourth, Upshaw, here's the pitch. That'll be in for strike one on Swords at the knee. The field umpire coming up to dust off the rubber for Upshaw. Again, you may be familiar with Upshaw because he played for the Lions Rec Department All-Star teams for several years, called his name on the radio for a while now, especially during the summers at Parton Park, the 0-1. Missing outside. That'll make it 1 ball, 1 strike on Swords. But this year, making the change from Robert Toombs to Toombs County High School. Upshaw coming set, winding the 1-1, and that one misses off the plate, and that'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike on Swords. Upshaw coming set, winding, and the 2-1, swing and a miss by Swords, and that evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Upshaw receiving the sign from Dukes. Upshaw coming set. 2-2 count. And here's the pitch. This ball is lined on the ground to Cortez. Fields it cleanly. Fires to first. Stevens having to make a scoop and is unable to do it because the ball was thrown in the dirt and the Trojans score another run. 3-1 Trojans.
Now batting number 20, Griffin Walker.
Two down. I'm going to bring up center fielder Griffin Walker. Upshaw having to face more batters here than he should be. 2-out pitch, runner going, swing. Dukes kind of lost the ball for a second there. The runner was there safely. But strike one on Walker. Telling you, defensive errors in the field really kills the pitcher. I mean, other than the defensive errors I've seen, I think Brantley Upshaw on the mound is doing a fine job. He's now going to step off the back. Runner at second. He has so much velocity being so tall as he is. He's putting fire up to the plate. I mean, he's throwing it down. The 0-1. Ball's hit onto the ground to Cody Cortez. He fields it, fires to first. Long throw off the bag is Stevens, and that'll be a base hit for Griffin Walker. And 2 down, and that'll bring it fielder A.J. Wilkerson. Trojans on top 3-1.
Now batting
Here in the bottom of the third,
A.J. Wilkerson.
which has been the longest inning of the game so far. Upshaw comes onto the mound. Runners are at first and third, who have their leads now. Up to bat, as I just mentioned, A.J. Wilkerson. He reached on an error by Dawson Brantley in the bottom of the second inning. Upshaw giving a look at his runners. And now the pitch. Runner going. Duke's having to block it up. No throw because of a runner at third. Now there are runners on second and third. So there are 2 runners in scoring positions here for the Trojans. See if the Bulldogs can get out of the inning without allowing any more runs to score. There are 2 outs. 1 ball, no strike on A.J. Wilkerson. Right-handed hitter wearing number 12. The 1-0 for Brantley. Missing high. That'll make it 2 balls and no strikes on the right fielder for the Coffee County Trojans. So for the first time in my entire career, work has interfered with my school life. And if I have time to explain the hilarious story, I will. Next pitch in the dirt. That'll make it 3-0. So in my world literature class, which is English 23 something, you know, in college they have all these numbers. So I was doing something, a report on Frederick Douglass. And if you'd asked me any other day, I'd tell you Douglas is spelled with 2 S's, right? But for some reason on that assignment, I was completely convinced that Douglas was spelled with an S, just 1 S. And I finally figured out why I thought that. Douglas, Georgia is spelled with 1 S. The 3-0, and that misses for ball 4. So the bases are now loaded, and with 2 down, that'll bring up Will Lott, the catcher. So yeah, my teacher only took off a point. Because, you know, in college you work on the point system. Each thing is worth so many points. That assignment in particular was worth 15. Everything else was fine except that. And I emailed her. I explained to her why. She thought it was hilarious. I thought it just made me look stupid. Graduate valedictorian. Don't even know how to spell Frederick Douglass's last name. Upshaw coming set. 2-out pitch on the way to the plate. That'll be in for a strike on catcher Lott. The Bulldogs have given up 3 runs here in this inning alone. Upshaw coming set. Winding, and the 0-1. Into the net behind home plate. That'll be strike 2. Two down, bases loaded for Coffee County. No balls and 2 strikes on Will Lott, the catcher. Upshaw coming set. And the 0-2. Hits him on the helmet and walks in a run for the Coffee County Trojans. And now the Bulldogs are down 4-1. And the Trojans have now successfully batted through their entire lineup. We're back to where it started in the bottom of the third to start off the inning with Trent Smith. He's back up to bat. Wearing number 3, the bases are still loaded. The Bulldogs inadvertently got themselves into this predicament, and now they're trying to scoop their ways out. Telling you, defensive errors in this level of baseball really, really kills a team. Here's the pitch. Missing high for ball 1. In his first at bat, he flew out to senior first baseman Grace Stevens. I believe it was in foul territory. Right? Maybe. That's not in the book. I can't process that in the book. Next pitch, missing low. That'll make it 2-0. Looking like to me that all 4 runs scored here in this inning. Where's Griffin Walker? He's still on third, have been unearned. Next pitch, the 2-0 is going to make it 2-1. That'll be in for strike. Brantley, Upshaw, coming set. The pitch. That's missing low. That'll make it 3-ball strike on Trent Smith. The bases are loaded for the Trojans. The 3-1. And that misses. And that'll be ball 4 and walks in another run. And I'm sure here that Coach James is going to come in and make a change, and he does. And before I send it back to Y101, I'm going to look here and see who he puts in. Trojans now on top 5-1. And who is he calling in? He's calling in sophomore Gavin Hall. So as Gavin Hall warms up, we're going to take a break and come back on Y101.
This is TCV Broadcasting, WLYU FM, Lions Vidalia, Y101.
Does your home have its own weather pattern? Rivers Air Conditioning and Heating can help you by servicing your current system or by providing you with a new energy-efficient Linux system featuring innovative iComfort 530 thermostats that lets you monitor just your home system anywhere from your smartphone app. Call Rivers Air Conditioning today at 912-537-8490 or visit them online at riversac.net. Patriot Gas in Vidalia is happy to serve its community, and it's been serving its community for over 15 years. With a combined experience of over 55 years and the only true locally owned gas service in town. And if you need them on the weekend, they'll be there too. Hogs to fireplaces to stoves and propane. Patriot Gas choice to get the job done efficiently and effectively. If you need to call them, the number is 537-1943, or you can go by and visit the location at 200 Vidalia.
Most things in life aren't free, but thanks to Georgia's dual enrollment program, qualifying high school students can take college classes and get high school and college credit absolutely free. Southeastern Technical College offers an array of dual enrollment classes and programs to help find work right out of high school or build the foundation for a college career. For more information on free college credit for high school students, visit southeasterntech.edu.
They're a great spring break.
Welcome back to Coffee County. On the mound now will be Gavin Hall for the Bulldogs. Let's see if they can get out of this inning. We're already back to Brady Skipper once again. Hall comes set. The first pitch is going to be in the dirt for ball 1. Gavin Hall working from the stretch. The bases are loaded. 1 ball and no strike on Brady Skipper. Hall coming set. Winding the 1-0. Missing low. Getting away for Dukes. Runner is coming and he's going to score. And now the Trojans are on top 6-1. Two balls and no strikes on Skipper. So Hall coming back onto the mound. Runners now on second and third. First base is unoccupied. The only reason I say that is if there's a drop third strike situation, that base can be occupied, or the runner in the batter's box can go. Next pitch missing, and that makes it 3 balls and no strikes. Hall coming set, and the 3-0. Missing. That was a close one for ball 4, and loads up the bases. That'll bring up left fielder Trevor Gruska. Gruska batting from the left. I think this is Trevor, right? Hasn't he been a left-hander?
Number 1, Trevor Gruska.
Can't even remember. Yeah, I was right. Usually, if somebody's batting from the left, they're easy to remember, but for some reason, I don't have the short-term memory to tell me if he was left-handed or not. First pitch to Gruska, going to be in for strike one. Hall working ahead here with 0-1. Hall now coming set. The 0-1 is going to be hit onto the ground to Gray Stevens. He fields it. He has time, and he actually does not make over, and another run scores, making it 7-1. Coffee County.
Batting number 4, Logan Dale.
Up to bat now will be shortstop Logan Dell. Trojans on top 7-1 in the bottom of the third. Pitch from Hall. He puts it in for strike one. And we've been playing over an hour now. Again, started at like 5:58, 59. Next pitch popped up into the air. Hopefully someone catches it. Chase Musselman calls it and makes the catch, and that'll be finally the out number 3. So the Bulldogs give up 7 runs here in the bottom of the third, and now they have found themselves in a huge hole, losing 7-1. As we break on Y101.
Most things in life aren't free, but thanks to Georgia's dual enrollment program, qualifying high school students can take college classes and get high school and college credit absolutely free. Southeastern Technical College offers an array of dual enrollment classes and programs to help find work right out of high school or build the foundation for a college career. For more information on free college credit for high school students, visit South.
There are great spring break savings going on at Toombs Auto Parts, your local Napa dealer in line. Get the Evercraft dual position 3.6 volt light driver, just $39.99. Get the Evercraft 10-piece pliers and wrench set or the Evercraft 32-piece SAE and metric wrench set for only $24.99. And when it comes to car care, get the CRC brake clean chlorinated non-flammable 2 for $6. And the Napa diesel exhaust fluid DEF 2.5 gallons, only $9. Hydraulic hoses. Toombs Auto Parts, your local Napa dealer on the corner of US number 1 and 280 in Lyons.
Now back to the field for more Toombs County High School baseball on Y101.
Welcome back to Coffee County here on Y101. The Bulldogs gave up 7 runs in the bottom of the third inning, so now they have quite the hole to dig themselves out of. Up to bat now will be freshman Brantley Upshaw, and it'll be followed by senior Alex Gordy. So we'll see here if the Bulldogs can manage to get themselves out of this, because it's quite a deep hole they have found themselves in, giving up 7 runs in the bottom of the third inning. On defensive errors, that's the first time this season I've seen the Bulldog defense fall apart quite like they did in the bottom of that inning. But still a lot of baseball to be played. Still 4 more innings to go, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll see if they can do it. Sword is still on the mound for the Trojan baseball team. Brantley is up to bat. He bats from the left-hand side. He reached in the first on an error by the third baseman, Smith, and it scored a run. Here's the pitch. Upshaw takes it for strike one. Sword receiving the sign from his catcher Lott. Now he's going to come set. Winding the 0-1. Upshaw takes that for strike 2. 0-2 on the left-handed batter who pitches from the right, throws from the right. That one hits in the dirt, bounces high up into the air. And that'll be ball one. So Sword comes back on the mound as he has been the entire game. He's working from the stretch. Whether or not there's a runner on base. And the 1-2. Missing high. That'll make it 2 balls and 2 shortly up, Shaw. Sword coming set and the 2-2. Breaking ball, which Brantley's going to hit on the ground to second baseman Brady Skipper. He picks it up, tosses it to first, and that'll be out number 1. On deck now will be designated hitter tonight, Alex Gordy, batting for senior Foster Jones. So Gordy steps in, batting from the right, wearing number 8. And with 1 down, Sword delivers the first pitch. Swing and a miss by Gordy for strike 1. Gordy steps back in. Sword comes set. And the 0-1. High. That'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Upshaw pitched 2/3 inning. He allowed 2 hits, 5 runs, none of which were earned, and had 2 walks. Sword coming set. The 1-1. That'll be on the inside edge for strike 2. So Gordy behind in the count here, 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 down. Sword coming set. And he's going to wind and deliver the 1-2. Gordy catching a piece of this one and fouling it off behind the plate. The count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sword looking down, receiving the sign, and delivers the 1-2 pitch to Gordy. Gordy fouling this one off out of play. And the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. See, the scoreboard has Coffee County awarded with 5 hits. I'm not quite sure how accurate that is. Gordy puts this one in the 5-6 hole for a base hit for the Bulldogs, and Gordy is standing on first base. And with 1 down, that'll bring up senior left fielder Chase Musselman, who lined out to the center fielder Walker in his first at bat in the second inning. We're in the top of the 4th now, and the Bulldogs are down by 6. Score is 7-1. Coffee County. Sword coming set. Gordy with a lead. Here's the pitch to Musselman. That ball missing low for ball 1. Sword coming set. Winding. This ball's hit onto the ground. Sword gets a glove on it, knocks it down. Musselman is going to run this one out, and he does. And now Toombs County has runners on first and second. So with 1 down and runners on first and second, that'll bring up junior Cody Cortez. See, the Bulldogs have a chance to score here, which is what they're desperately in need of. Let's see if they can do it. I don't think Sword is just absolutely killing it with his pitching. So I think the Bulldogs could make a comeback here. It's better to do it sooner than later. So let's see. Sword coming set. First pitch to Cortez is popped up into the air and out of play for strike 1. And the 0-1 is in the dirt, getting away from catcher a lot. Alex Gordy and Chase Musselman are down to third and second. Test has 2 runners in scoring position here. The Bulldogs are in need of about 6 runs to tie it up, 7 to go ahead. Sword coming set, and the 1-1. That'll miss low, and that'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Sword going to come set, giving a look at Gordy at third, and the 2-1. Cortez takes it for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Cody Cortez. Chandler Lynn telling him to watch the curveball, which possibly could be right here, and it is. And Cortez puts it on the ground to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it, fires to first. Cortez, it was a close one, and he will be out. But Alex Gordy scores from third, and the Bulldogs take away their deficit, and now they're only down by 5 as the score is 7-2.
Now batting number 3, Chandler Lynn.
2 down. That'll bring up senior Chandler Lynn. He's 1 for 1 tonight with a walk. And on deck will be Dawson Brantley. Lynn batting from the left. First pitch to him. Sailing high for ball 1. Sword going to come set. Top of the 4th. Bulldogs down 7-2. Here's the pitch. That misses, and that'll make it 2 balls and no strikes. Sword comes set. The pitch. Lynn takes that one for strike 1, and that'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Sword coming set. Winding, and the 2-1. Chandler Lynn hits this one foul towards the Bulldog dugout. And that'll make it 2-2. In. Sword coming set. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Lynn takes a close one, but that'll be ball 3. And that'll load up the count with 2 down. Chase Musselman still standing on. Sword coming set. And the full count pitch. Chandler hits this one on the ground to the first baseman, Adams. He fields it, and that'll be out number 3. So the Bulldogs do manage to score 1 here in the top of the 4th. And they're still down 5 runs, 7-2. We'll take a break and come back. Y101.
Keep this number close if you're a big rig diesel operator. It's 526-3118, and it's the only number you'll need when problems with that diesel equipment stops your business in its tracks. Stevens Truck Center on Highway number 1 south of Lyons has the equipment, experienced certified mechanics, and the parts to get you up and running faster and at the lowest cost. We're local. We understand the value of your time and money. Stevens Truck Center, call 526-3118.
K&K Septic Tank Service, Highway 130 East in Vidalia, will take care of all your septic tank troubles. Ronald Kite is licensed and has over 25 years of professional experience. When the job needs to be right, call 537-2319 or 293-2319. And again, that's K&K Septic Tank Service in Vidalia. Now back to the field for more high school baseball with the Toombs County Bulldogs on Y101.
And welcome back to Coffee County. The Bulldogs 7-2 as they came in and scored a run at the top of the 4th. And Logan Knight is now on the mound for the Dogs. Of course, Logan Knight pitches from the left. The last game Logan pitched in would be on front, had 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. Up to bat now will be the first baseman, Peyton Adams. Adams batting from the left, Knight throwing from the left, so we have a lefty-lefty matchup here. And the first pitch from Knight will miss high for ball one. Knight's going to come set. He's working from the windup. The 1-0. Misses high again. That'll make it 2 balls and no strikes. Knight's winding, the 2-0. He puts that one in for a strike, and it's hit in the 5-6 hole into left field to Chase Musselman for a base hit. And with a runner at first, that'll bring up pitcher Justin Sword. Sword tonight is 0 for 2. Knight working from the stretch now with a runner at first. Adams not getting a big lead. Again, Knight is a lefty, and he's going to throw back to first. The tag is applied, and the umpire calls him safe, although Adams was leaning largely towards second base. And he stays on first, so Knight comes back onto the mound, working from the stretch. Justin Swords is up to bat. A run scored during his at-bat last time. First pitch to him. Not a miss for ball one. Knight on the mound. Coming set. And the 1-0. This ball's going to be chopped over to Harris, and Harris making a diving play for it, not able to get the glove on it. So Sword reaching with a base hit. Harris was having to move away to his left. I don't think he would have been able to get that diving anyway. He may have actually turned out better for him to just run over there and make that catch.
Number 20, Griffin Walker.
So that'll bring up Griffin Walker. Walker tonight's 1 for 2. Man with runners on first and second, both reaching on base hits. The Trojans may start scoring some earned runs. Knight coming set. The first pitch to Griffin Walker is hit onto the ground to Harris. Harris fields it, fires to first, and they get the out. Nice play by Harris there. Thrown over to Stevens. 1 down. Runners advance. Fielder's choice there. That'll bring up A.J. Wilkerson. Wilkerson is 0 for 1 tonight with a walk.
12, A.J. Wilkerson.
Although the bad part is the Trojans have 2 runners in scoring position on second and third. Knight's still going to work from the stretch here. Coming set. Winding the pitch. And that pitch will miss high to make it ball 1. Knight going to give a look at the runner at third, Peyton Adams. Now he's going to come set. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss by Wilkerson for strike 1. Knight coming set. And the 1-1. Fouls it off into the chest protector of the umpire. So I make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Knight coming back on the mound after having a short talk with his catcher, Jason Dukes. Knight working from the stretch. Now winding and the 1-2. A nice off-speed pitch missing. And that'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Knight with the 2-2. Wilkerson fouling this off, first base side and out of play. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wilkerson standing there. Knight coming set. Here's the pitch. Pitch missing high, and that loads up the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Knight coming set, and the full count pitch. Fouled off. So Wilkerson really hanging in there. Knight also working hard. 1 down. We'll see who wins the battle. Runners at second and third getting their leads. Knight coming set. And the full count pitch. This ball is hit onto the ground to Cody Cortez at short. He fields it, kind of loses step. Fires over the head of Gray Stevens. Was the tag applied? It was, but not in time. And a run scores here in the bottom of the 4th. So now the Trojans lead 8-2.
22, Will Lott.
I'll bring up Will Lott, the catcher. Tonight he is 0 for 1 with a run scored and hit by a pitch. Will Lott bats from the right, wearing number 22. Knight's going to step off the mound, and Wilkerson scoots back. Runners are now on the corners for the Trojan baseball team. Knight receiving the side pitch. He puts that one down the middle for strike 1. And going to pick back to first. Wilkerson there safely. Knight coming onto the mound. Giving a look over his shoulder at Sword at third. Wilkerson with a lead at first. May delivers to the plate here, the 0-1. This ball's fouled off back into the net. That'll make it 0-2. Assistant coach Patrick Kraft running over. Fetch that foul ball. So Knight returns back onto the mound. 0-2 on the batter. Knight comes set and delivers. That pitch missed high, and that'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Knight comes back onto the mound. He had a pitch to waste there. 0-2. Pitcher way ahead. Now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch. That one a bit high, according to the umpires. So that'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trojans on top 8-2 in the bottom of the 4th. Knight coming set. Winding, and the 2-2. This ball has popped up into the air. And it's called a dead ball. Or was it a balk? Oh, yeah, it was called a balk, and another run scored. So now the Trojans are on top 9-2. The count is still 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a run again, just scoring on a balk. Knight going to come set. Runner now at second. And the 2-2. Going to be hit onto the ground. Dawson Brantley moving over to his right. Not going to be able, he knocked it down and stayed with it for out number 2. 2 down. That'll bring up Trent Smith. Actually, it looks like that's not Trent. Looks like we're going to be making a change. See the head coach of the Trojans walking up. They're going to put in number 16.
Now batting number 16, Dylan Carver.
And number 16 is Dylan Carver. Excuse me. Carver going to bat from the right. Runners now. Still just a runner on second with 2 down. Seems like these longer and longer. Knight coming set. And the pitch. Swing and a miss by Carver. Strike 1. Knight with the 0-1. This ball is going to be hit onto the line. Trayvon Harris makes a heck of a catch over towards the foul line and throws it out, and it's them out of the inning for out number 3. The Bulldogs giving up 2 more runs here in the bottom of the 4th, and they trail 9-2. We'll take a break and come back to coffee on Y101.
For over 35 years, Galaxy Store has been community and is your family-owned and operated hometown grocery store. Michael Grimes and his staff strive to support their community and give customers service second to none. Also, make Thriftway's Meat Department your first stop when you're looking for fresh USDA certified meat. Their professional meat cutters are always happy to get you the perfect cut of meat. Come in and save throughout the store every day at Thriftway, your Galaxy food store in Lyons.
Community Hospice in Vidalia has been serving families in our community in 00 Vidalia. Jason Colbert and the gang at Community Hospice would like to send the best of luck in his senior season.
Now back to the field for all the hard-hitting action. It's Toombs County Bulldog Baseball right here on Y101.
Welcome back to Coffee County here on Y101. The Bulldogs down 9-2 against the Trojans. Up to bat now will be sophomore Dawson Brantley, and they have a new pitcher. Coffee County does. That looks like number 3, Trent Smith. And it is because Justin Sword is over at third. Sword, according to my statistics, pitched 4 complete innings. He allowed 3 hits, 2 runs of the Bulldogs, one of which was earned. He had 2 walks and 5 Ks. He's pitching from the right. Trying to watch him and see what I can see. Looks like he has nice movement. Maybe a little odd on how the ball is released from the hand, which could throw batters off. See it again. I would say that Sword probably had more velocity. So the bat for the Bulldogs will be sophomore Dawson Brantley. Brantley wearing number 10. He's 0 for 2 tonight, so he's seeking a base hit. So Smith comes onto the mound. He's working from the stretch immediately. And the pitch. That pitch missing low, getting away from the catcher, but it really doesn't matter because there's no one on base, and that'll be ball 1. Smith coming back onto the mound. And he steps off. Coming set. And the 1-0. That misses outside. That'll make it 2-0 on Brantley. Smith coming set. The 2-0. Brantley swinging at this one, getting a piece of it, fouling it off. That'll make it 2-1. Trayvon Harris running from the on-deck circle over to get that foul ball. Smith coming set. Winding the 2-1. Brantley hits this one foul, first base side, and that'll make the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Getting another. It moved over from third base, and now third base is being played by Justin Sword, who started pitching this game for the Trojans. Smith is coming set, the 2-2. That hits in the dirt, and that'll load up the count for Brantley. And Brantley stepping back in. Bulldogs down 8-2. 9-2. Top of the fifth. Here's the pitch. Brantley gets a piece of this one, fouls it off out of play. Getting another ball in for the pitcher, Trent Smith. Smith is coming set, the full count pitch. Brantley hanging it some more. He fouls this one off behind him. Smith coming back to the mound. Pretty sure that's the only defensive change that was made. It looks like everybody else is still where they're supposed to be from the starting lineup. The full count pitch to Brantley. He lines into left field, and the left fielder, Gruska, moves over and makes the catch for out number one. That'll bring up Trayvon Harris. Harris tonight is 1 for 2. Harris wearing number 13. On deck will be Grace Stevens. Smith coming set, delivering the first pitch, and Harris takes that for strike one. Smith winding the 0-1. That misses for ball one and gets by catcher a lot. Smith coming set. Yeah, this feels more like a non-region game. The pitch. Harris hits up towards the middle. Second baseman Brady Skipper knocks it down, fire to first, and that'll be out number 2. Brady Skipper making a nice play from his knees to get Harris out at first. 2 down.
Grace Stevens.
And with 2 down, that'll bring up senior Grace Stevens. But yeah, as I was saying, this feels like a non-region game because it feels like it's absolutely dragging by. I mean, the game started almost 2 hours ago. I think we're 20 top of the 5th inning. The Bulldogs putting in Logan Knight to pitch. Usually Logan has a pretty rhythmic pattern and keeps the game moving. But both Coffee are definitely not in a hurry. 2-out pitch to Stevens. He takes this for ball one. Gets the ball back to Smith. Smith comes on to the mound. And the 1-0. Stevens hits this one over to the first baseman, Patrick Adams. He knocks it down, fields it, and steps on first for out number 3. As we break on Y101.
You've heard the name. You've seen it many times. But do you know the real story of General So? Neither do we. But we do know it's a fantastic sauce. Try Zaxby's new General Tso's boneless chicken wings. The perfect blend of sweet and heat. And oh so delicious. It's legendary chicken with a legendary sauce. The new General Tso's boneless wings meal with crinkle fries and a 22-ounce drink. For a limited time, only at Zaxby's.
Are you needing some school spirit apparel? How about something personalized? You need to go see the ladies at Doodlebugs. Doodlebugs is located at 111 Southeast Main Street in Vidalia. They embroider, screen print, and vinyl most items. You should go see them Monday through Friday. Their hours are 9:30 to 5:30. They can't wait to see you at Doodlebugs.
Now back to the field for all the hard-hitting action. It's Toombs County Bulldog Baseball right here on Y101.
A quintuple A school versus a double A school, and the Bulldogs are down by 7 runs here in the bottom of the 5th, and they put up another pitcher, and this will be Lucas O'Connor. And look around the field to see if there have been any more defensive changes. That looks like Jesus Quintero at short. Alex Gordy at second. Brantley Upshaw. No, Bryson Stanley is at first. Chase Musselman is still in left. Chandler Lynn is still in center. And I can't tell who that is in right. That may be Gray Stevens or Dawson Brantley. But I know it's no longer Foster Jones. So up to bat now for the Trojans. We're back to the top of the order for them, and that brings up Brady Skipper.
Now batting number 9, Brady Skipper.
So Skipper up to bat tonight. Skipper is 0 for 1 with a hit by a pitch and a walk. Umpire dusting off home plate. And the Trojans are back to the top of the order. Brady Skipper's up to bat. Trevor Gruska, the guy behind him, he's 2 for 3 tonight with 2 runs scored. And the first pitch from O'Connor is going to be in for strike 1. 0-1. O'Connor working from the windup, delivering. Pitch missing low. That'll make it 1-1. O'Connor coming set, winding, and the 1-1. Missing off the play. That'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike. O'Connor coming set, and the 2-1 is on the way. This ball is lined to the 5-6 hole for a base hit. And that'll bring up left fielder Trevor Gruska, who I have to say for the Trojans has had a good game offensively, scoring 2 runs in 3 at-bats and having a base hit in 2 of those. So he's 2 for 3 tonight.
Now batting number 1, Trevor Gruska.
And with a runner at first, let's see if the Bulldogs can get an opportunity here to turn a double play, because, boy, would that be wonderful for them. From the stretch with a runner at first, pitch to the plate, missing low. Dukes blocking it up. Ball 1. O'Connor wears number 11 for the Bulldogs. He's a sophomore this year. And the 1-0. Ball's popped up into the air. It looks like it's going to stay in the field. Jesus Quintero moves over, makes the catch from short, and that'll be out number 1. That'll bring up shortstop Logan Dale, number 4. He's 0 for 3 tonight, reaching on an error in the bottom of the 3rd, and then flying out to shortstop Cortez and left fielder Musselman in the 1st and 3rd. He had 2 at-bats in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch. That misses high for ball 1. O'Connor coming set. And the 1-0. A nice breaking ball from O'Connor. Umpire didn't think so, but that'll be ball 2. I feel like with this group of guys, I've watched them all for so long. I'm pretty much an expert, I would say, on all of them. I mean, I know where they've played, middle school, all-stars. I've seen some of them play travel ball. Aside the fact I played travel ball with some of them myself. Alex Gordy was on that team. The long shots. Man, that's a major throwback there. The 2-0 popped up into the air right here in the shallow infield. Stanley running over from first base makes the catch, and that'll be out number 2. 2 down. Let's see, Alex Gordy was on that team. Foster Jones was on that team with me. Grace Stevens was on that team. His brother Evan was on that team. Drakari Jones was on that team, who graduated with me. Trey Cloud was on that team. We had light blue. That was our color, light blue with white bottoms. And we called ourselves the long shots. Now, several people asked, Barney included, why do we call ourselves that? First pitch to Peyton Adams, a nice breaking ball in for strike 1. Is it because you hit long shots? And I told Barney, I probably said, I don't know. Because, isn't that how most kids respond to things that they don't know the answer to? Adults are the ones that'll make stuff up and just say anything. The kids, I don't know. The 0-1 will miss for ball 1. At becoming an adult and entering the real world of things, I now understand why Barney enjoyed talking to children more on the air than he did talking to actual adults. Kids don't have a political agenda. Next pitch, swing, foul tip for strike 2. Kids don't have anything bad to say about people. Kids don't try to throw people under the bus. Kids don't talk ugly. Well, actually, some kids. Most kids don't. The 1-2 from O'Connor. Swing and a miss. That'll be out number 3. So a nice job by Lucas O'Connor coming in and handling business, now getting out of here. We're in the top of the 6th now. Bulldogs still down by 7. The score is 9-2 as we break on Y101.
It's baseball season, and we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams. When life strikes with sudden expenses, First Franklin has been there to help for over 80 years. We offer fixed loan rates up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit us online at oneffc.com or give us a call at 537-3062. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Resident Mortgage License C5656.
Hello, Betsy Rollins here again for Tarland and Timber, located on US 1 South in Lyons, just before the Omaha River. My dad, Tommy Rollins, is the owner and operator of Tarland and Timber. If you have questions about your timber, give my dad a call. Pine wood, pulpwood, hardwood. He does it all. He will give you the best price for your timber. The job will be done right. Give Tommy a call at 912-565-8850. And don't forget to tell him Betsy sent you.
Now we're going back to the field for more high school baseball with the Toombs County Bulldogs on Y101.
And welcome back to Coffee County. The Bulldogs still down by 7. Trojans on top 9-2. As we're in the top of the 6th inning, up to bat for the Bulldogs will be junior Jason Dukes, and he'll be followed by sophomore Lucas O'Connor, and then after him will be senior Alex Forty. Jason tonight is looking for his base hit. He's 0 for 2 so far. So we'll see if he can beat right here.
Now batting number 15, Jason Dukes.
Bulldogs could use a whole lot of hits. They certainly need them. It would be nice if everyone who went up there could reach all 8 with the bat and score. They are down by a deficit of 7. First pitch to Dukes, missing for ball 1. They only have 2 more chances to make up the difference. Top of the 6th and then the top of the 7th. And they have a defensive chance not to allow them to score anymore. 1 more for certain. Dukes is going to foul this one off for strike 1. What I mean by that for certain is Trojans are ahead. Then you don't play the bottom of the 7th. The 1-1 Dukes poking this one foul. And that'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sun has gone down. Temperature has certainly dropped. Good thing I came prepared today. A long sleeve shirt on, sweatshirt type thing. It's Toombs County Baseball. That's what it says. It's red. Very nice. The 1-2. Duke swings at it. However, it hit the dirt. The catcher a lot. Going to field it. Fire to first. And that'll be out number 1. I believe the hat I'm wearing is starting to give me a headache. Wearing hats sometimes isn't the most comfortable thing to do. O'Connor, he's going to line up the middle and in for a base hit. A very nice hit by O'Connor, and that'll bring up Alex Gordy. And then Gordy will be followed by Chase Musselman. They're going to put in Galen Wilds to run for Lucas O'Connor as a courtesy runner. And with 1 down and the umpire figuring out who's over there. The game is about to be going on for 2 hours. And we're in the top of the 6th, so I guess it's not regulation time for a baseball game. The 1-out pitch from Smith is on the way. Gordy hitting this one on the ground by the third baseman, Sword, and into left field. And Toombs County now has runners on first and second. And with the runners on first and second and 1 down, that will bring up Chase Musselman. Yeah, the public address announcer here is still saying muzzle. It's 2 S's. Muscle. You say it exactly how it looks. It's one of those names. So a runner is in scoring position. Another soon to follow at first. See if Musselman can drive in some runs. On deck, freshman Jesus Quintero. First pitch, Musselman fouls off out of play. For strike 1. Musselman stepping back in, batting from the right. Missing high. And that'll make it 1 ball, 1 strike. So Smith coming set. And the 1-1 is hit up the middle for a base hit. That's going to score nobody, but Musselman is standing on first with a base hit. To bring up freshman Jesus Quintero. And it seems like we're having some controversy in the stands. Per the GHSA rules that they announce before every single game. And the head coach for the business is coming over to talk to head coach Derek James, apparently. And I'm not entirely sure what they're talking about, but if I had to guess from what I can hear. Bulldogs still down by 7. The score is 9-2. Athletic director may be walking out here. And hear what all I can. And the umpire's still talking. And the umpire's still talking. And the umpire is still talking. And now the athletic director, I assume that's who he is. He walked out here. He's dressed in Trojan colors. He has a a very nice Adidas sweatshirt type thing on that has the Trojan logo on it. So I assume that's what he is. He looks important. The athletic director is an important guy, all right, in any sporting event. He is the director of the athletics. Jesus Quintero's up to bat, himself a varsity appearance. First pitch. Jesus Quintero did go, and that'll be strike one. A check swing situation there. Bases are loaded. In the pitch. He takes that breaking ball. That'll make it 0-2 on Quintero. One down. The 0-2. In dirt, blocked up by Locke. That'll make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. I wouldn't say it's too cold out here. I know I mentioned earlier that when the sun went down, the temperature dropped. But it's not terrible. The 1-2, getting away from the catcher. Wilds deciding not to go. And that'll be ball 2 on Quintero. After Quintero, the Bulldogs will be back to the top of the order with senior Chandler Lynn, who is 1 for 2 tonight with a walk. Down, and the count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Quintero lunges at that one, but knocks it up the middle. Is going to get 1 out at second. The next one at first is way overthrown. 1 run scores easy, and Gordy is going to hold up at third. So on a fielder's choice, it scores a run for the Bulldogs, and it cuts the Trojan lead and by 1 run. And now the Trojans only lead 9-3. And runners on the corners. That will bring up Chandler in. The head coach for the Trojans come out. Believe they may be making a pitching change. Or just talking to his infield. Could be a number of things. See what it is. He's handing the ball off, and he will be first baseman Patrick Adams. So as Patrick Adams warms up, we're going to take a break. Bulldogs, they're down by 6 now, 9-3. Or excuse me, they're bringing in a pitcher from the bullpen who I can't see who it is because I can't see his number. You know, this is how I identify other teams' people. I don't know them by their face. Number 6, and number 6 is Maddox Shook. So coming up, the Bulldogs will face off against him. They're 2 down in the top of the 6th. We'll take a break and come back on Y101.
This is TCV Broadcasting, WLYU FM, Lions Vidalia, Y101.
If you're tired of making multiple trips to the pharmacy each month for prescription refills, All Care Pharmacy can help. With our Care Plus program, we contact your doctor for refills. We fill all of your regular monthly medications at one time and package them by dose. This way, you only have to make 1 trip to the pharmacy to pick up your medications. Call All Care Pharmacy at 912-524-0100 for more information about
Incorporated is your local go-to contractor for turnkey civil construction services. We've been a proud supporter of local athletics since our start in 1979 and are appreciative of the values instilled in our youth by the coaches and staff of the Toombs County school system over these years. If you're interested in pursuing a challenging yet rewarding career in civil construction, at McClendonEnterprises.com today.
What's your money doing right now? Is it sitting there doing absolutely nothing? It's time to start putting it to work. Invest it. Make it grow for the future. Come see us, and together we'll develop an investment strategy tailored just for you. Together we grow. We're an equal housing lender. People's Bank, where people come first. Member FDIC. Online at ourpeoplesbank.com.
Now back to the field for more Toombs County High School baseball on Y101.
We're back in Coffee County and up to bat for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 6th with 2 down is Chandler Lynn. The Coffee County Trojans putting in a new pitcher. Wearing number 6. Name Maddox Shook. Pitches from the right, taller guy. The first pitch to Lynn. Going to be in for ball one. Runners are on the corners for the Bulldogs. Shook. Seemed like the umpire was going to call it himself, but did not. The 1-0 to Lynn. The foot of the umpire. Jesus Quintero got down to second and no go from Gordy at third. So to make it 2 balls and no strikes on Chandler Lynn. Chandler steps back in. Bats from the left. And the 2-0. Not a miss high, so Lynn way ahead here with 3 balls and no strikes. Coming set, the 3-0. And he puts that in for strike one. Lynn steps back in. Shook coming set. Gordy with a lead. Quintero with a lead. The 3-1. Lynn fouling off and out of play for strike two. Second and third. Shook. Coming set. Winding. The full count pitch. Lynn gets under this one. Sends it foul and out of play. And we've officially been playing over 2 hours. For a while, about midway through the game, it hit some rough spots. The Bulldogs, the 3-2. Swing and a miss by Chandler Lynn. And that'll be out number 3. Stranding 2 runners on base. And we go into the bottom of the 6th. We'll take a break and come back to coffee on Y101.
Does your home have its own weather pattern? Rivers Air help you by servicing your current system or by providing you with a new energy-efficient Linux system featuring innovative iComfort 530 thermostats that lets you monitor and adjust your home system anywhere from your smartphone app. Call Rivers Air Conditioning today at 912-537-8490 or visit them online at riversac.net. Patriot Gas in Vidalia is happy to serve its community, and it's been serving its community for over 15 years. With a combined experience of over 55 years and the only true locally owned gas service in town. And if you need them on the weekend, they'll be there too. From gas logs to fireplaces to stoves and propane, Patriot Gas in Vidalia is the only choice to get the job done efficiently and effectively. If you need to call them, the number is 537-1943, or you can go by and visit the location at 209 Green Street in Vidalia.
Now back to the field for more high school baseball with the Toombs County Bulldogs on Y101.
And welcome back to Coffee County. As you can hear behind me, they're playing Toby Keith. A nice Y101 classic there. I hear it on the station all the time. I actually almost started singing it. I like this song. Anyway, Lucas O'Connor's still on the mound for the Bulldogs, and the issue is the Bulldogs are still down by 6, and they have one more opportunity, and that'll be in the top of the 7th to tie it up or to either go ahead. We'll see what happens. I guess the only bright side to the Bulldogs losing this game is I don't have to fight that radio guy for the Coffee County team. You know, I've never been in a fight before on a real one.
Now batting number 15, Justin Swords.
I would try to talk my way out of it to begin with, but if that didn't work, I guess I'd just have to go through with it. Up to bat is Justin Swords. Swords tonight's 1 for 3. O'Connor's still on the mound. The first pitch from him is in the dirt, locked up by Dukes for ball 1. O'Connor coming onto the mound, working from the windup. Coming set, and the 1-0. This ball is lined in a left center field for a base hit by Sword. And with a runner at first, that'll bring up Griffin Walker. Walker tonight's 1 for 2. 1 for 3, excuse me. Chandler Lynn in the second, reaching on a base hit in the third. Grounding into a fielder's choice in the fourth. To bat now is center fielder Griffin Walker. O'Connor now going to work from the straight runner at first. O'Connor coming set. Winding and delivers. This ball is hit foul. Third base side for strike one. On deck will be right fielder A.J. Wilkerson. O'Connor comes onto the mound. Gives a look at his runner. Now comes set. Looks over the shoulder and an off-speed pitch blocked up by Dukes. No go from the runner. Dukes bouncing out of the box. Nice. Ball one. Bulldogs still down by 6, 9-3, and they really don't need to give up any more. Make the journey in the top of the seventh that much harder. O'Connor coming set, winding with the 1-1. That one's also in the dirt. Runner going, throw from Dukes, and the tag's applied, but not in time. Runner's there safely. And now Coffey has a runner in scoring position, and the count's 2 balls and 1 strike. Connor comes set, giving a look at his base runner at second, and the 2-1. This ball's popped way up into the air, over in foul territory. Chase Musselman's running over and makes the catch. No go from the runner for a tag. And that'll be out number 1. Yeah, that has to be the athletic director. That guy I was mentioning earlier, because he's standing over there where all those kids are that's making all the noise. And yes, I can call them kids because I'm graduated now. That's what comes with being graduated. The ones that are still in school are kids. You're just whatever. O'Connor coming set, going to deliver the pitch to Wilkerson. Pitch missing for ball 1. O'Connor comes back on the mound, working from the stretch. Runner at second has his lead. O'Connor coming set. Winding the 1-0. Breaking ball, called for strike 1. Yeah, so that guy's just standing over there, making sure they don't say anything outlandish. Because, I mean, when you're in these high school games, you can't really have a student section that, screams and does all this kind of stuff and talks trash. 1-1 called for strike 2, and I'll tell you why. It's because you have parents at these games, and parents are going to get upset, and parents are going to get mad. And see, in college, you can do it because, you're grown then. Parents aren't going to be at every game, so stuff like that doesn't really bother them. And you have to expect stuff like that. The 1-2, foul tipped behind catcher Jason Dukes. He walks over and gets it. So that's why it's not such a good idea to have something like that at a high school game. Just because it's conflict of interest. That's the best way to describe it. You guys, not really a conflict of interest, just conflict, period. O'Connor coming set and the 1-2. Missing high. That'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes on Wilkerson, who is 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. I know there are several high schools that have stuff like that. Like I know Vidalia does. But I don't know. It's just, you have to know your limits. Because again, this is high school. O'Connor coming set. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. And O'Connor gets a strikeout. And that'll be out number 2. Then we're going to have William Lott. Or actually, we may be making a substitution here. I see the head coach walking this way. 21 is who's going to enter the game. Now look up who that is really fast. Number 21 is Nathan Vining. And with 2 outs and a runner is second, the Bulldogs look like they're in a good spot right here. I mean, not score-wise, of course, but, to get the third out, they look like they're in a good spot. O'Connor coming set, delivering to the plate, and that pitch missing, apparently inside for ball 1. O'Connor getting the ball back, working from the stretch, and now he comes set. Or I may have spoken too soon. Now he comes set. Runner at second with the lead. O'Connor coming set, giving a look at the runner and delivering. Swing and a miss, and that'll make the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. O'Connor taking his time. Now he's coming set. The 1-1 fouled off, and that'll make it 1-2. O'Connor receiving the sign from his catcher, Jason Dukes, who is receiving the sign from Coach Ain Bryant. And the batter steps in, Vining. O'Connor comes set. And the 1-2. Missing high. That'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. O'Connor coming set. Giving a look at his runner. Now he's winding the 2-2. Breaking ball. Missing high, and that'll load up the count. Full. O'Connor coming set. And the full count 2-out pitch. Missing for ball 4. 2 down. That'll bring up another batter I haven't seen. And as soon as I see his number, I'll tell you who he is. Number 18. Number 18 is Logan Miller.
Now batting number 18, Logan Miller.
And runners are on first and second now in the bottom of the 6th. Connor's going to step off. That's because Miller hasn't stepped in. And that's because the umpire isn't done writing whatever it is they write down on those pads. No, Connor comes onto the mound and comes set. Here's the pitch. Pitch missing high for ball 1. O'Connor coming set. Winding with the 1-0. Calls that one a make it 1-1. O'Connor coming set with the 1-1. This ball is lined over the head of Trayvon Harrison in left field for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Another run may score. Actually, the coach is going to hold him up there. And Logan Miller is down to second with an RBI double, increasing the Trojan lead to 10 now. Or the lead is 7, but they have 10. Score is now 10-3.
Now batting number 9, Brady Skipper.
Runners are now on second and third as we're back to the top of the order for the Trojans. O'Connor now going to work from the windup. And that's fine. A right-handed pitcher working from the windup with a runner at third. O'Connor getting ready with the 2-out pitch to the plate. This ball's popped up into the air, capable of being out number 3. Chandler Lynn on the run, coming in from his center field position, makes the catch, and that will end the inning. So the Bulldogs give a 1 run here, increasing the Trojan lead to 7 again. Trojans lead 10-3 as we go into the top of the 7th on Y101.
For
over 35 years, Thriftway, your Galaxy food store, has been serving the community and is your family-owned and operated hometown grocery store. Michael Grimes and his staff strive to support their community and give customers service second to none. Also, make Thriftway's meat department your first stop when you're looking for fresh USDA-certified meats. Their professional meat cutters are always happy to get you the perfect cut of meat. Come in and save throughout the store every day at Thriftway, your Galaxy food store in Lyons.
Community Hospice in Vidalia has been serving families in our community for over 20 years. With their years of service and expertise, they are who you need to call when a family member is facing life's toughest challenges. CEO Jason Colbert will ensure that your family member is treated with the utmost decency and respect. You can call them today at 912-537-0063, or you can go by the facilities at 904 Mount Vernon Road in Vidalia. Jason Colbert and the gang at Community Hospice would like to send their best wishes to Bulldog Senior number 22, Gray Stevens, and wish him the best of luck in his senior season.
Now back to the field for more Toombs County High School baseball on Y101.
Back to Toombs County Baseball on Y101. The Dogs are in Coffee County, and they have one more chance to either tie it up or go ahead, or that will be the game. And the Trojans have put a new pitcher on the mound who's wearing, looks like, number 1, and that is Trevor Gruska. All right, so the Bulldogs have to score 7 here in this inning to keep the game going, or either go ahead. Either way, they have to score at least 7. And we'll see what they can do. Dawson Brantley's up, followed by Trayvon Harrison, Grace Stevens, I believe, unless they've made a change. And in the background, if you can't hear, they're playing Under Pressure. David Bowie working with the band Queen there. However, not all those people I just mentioned are here anymore. Lead singer of Queen, Freddie Mercury, he's gone.
Dawson Brantley.
David Bowie, he's gone. However, the other members of Queen, they're actually all still alive. Brian Mays, right? Isn't that his name? Anyway. And the first pitch to Brantley is in the dirt for ball 1. Yeah, Brian Mays. Isn't that his name? Brian May. Just Brian May. There we go. I know it was Brian Mays. I thought it was Mays, but it's just May. Next pitch, Brantley fouling off for strike 1. Yes. Brian May, Roger Taylor, and John Deacon. Deacon, the bass player. Taylor, the drummer. And, of course, May, a very skilled lead guitarist for the band. 1-1. And that misses low. That'll make it 2-1. Ruska pitches from the right, coming onto the mound now. He's going to work from the windup. One of the first Trojan pitchers I've seen to work from the windup with no one on base, which is truly the only time you could do it. Next pitch missing low, and that'll make it 3-1 on Brantley. All the other pitchers, they even want to work from the stretch the entire time, which I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Brantley hits this one onto the ground to the shortstop. He fields it and has it, fires to first. That'll be out number 1. 1 down. That'll bring up Trayvon Harris. Harris 1 for 3. Bulldogs need base runners. On deck is actually junior Bryson Stanley. He'll be batting in the place of Grace Stevens.
Now batting number 13, Trayvon Harris.
1 down. Trayvon Harris is up to bat again. He's 1 for 3 tonight, having a base hit in the first, flying out to the second baseman in the third, and grounding out to the second baseman in the fifth. Gruska with the pitch. Harris hits this one on the ground of the shortstop. Dale, he fields it, fires to first, and first baseman Adams applies a tag, and that'll be out number 2. So back-to-back groundouts to the shortstop will bring up Bryson Stanley. Stanley entering the game, playing first. 2 down. The Bulldogs have to score 7 to keep the game alive. First pitch to Stanley, missing for ball 1. I've seen crazier things happen. The Bulldogs cannot pull out a win tonight. Their record falls to 5-3, but on the other hand, if they can, their record improves to 6-2. Gruska coming set, winding, the 1-0. Stanley takes this one for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on the right-handed junior. Gruska, and the 2-0's on the way. Stanley takes that one for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike on the right-handed hitter. The 2-1. And Stanley takes that one for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Bryson Stanley. Gruska coming set, winding, and the 2-2. This ball's in the dirt, and that'll load up the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Bryson Stanley. Jason Dukes running over from his on-deck position to get a foul. Or not really a foul ball, pass ball. Gruska with the windup. Coming set. And the full count pitch. Missing inside for ball 4 on Stanley. So the Bulldogs get a base runner. And up to bat now will be junior Jason Dukes. Dukes tonight is 0 for 3, so he's looking for a base hit. Gruska is now going to work from the stretch with a runner at first. Stanley getting a lead. Gruska coming set, going to throw back to first. Stanley's there safely. Gruska looking down, receiving the sign from his catcher Lott. And is now going to deliver to the plate. First pitch to Dukes is high for ball 1. Gruska looking over at Stanley. Now he's going to come set. The 1-0. Dukes dribbles out to the pitcher. Gruska, he fields it and fires to first. And that will be out number 3 and your ball game. The Bulldogs falling short in coffee tonight, 10-3. We'll take a break and come back and wrap it up on Y101.
Plenty of colleges can promise you a route to a job. But did you know that Southeastern Technical College graduates have a 98% job placement rate? STC programs have you work and make connections with regional employers, and those connections translate into employment. And because Southeastern Tech students work with employers in the fields they study, STC's in-field job placement rate is incredible. Take the classes you want to get the job you want. For more information on enrollment, visit southeasterntech.edu.
There are great spring break savings going on at Brogdon Auto Parts, your Napa dealer in Swainsboro. Get the Evercraft dual position 3.6 volt light driver, just $39.99. Get the Evercraft 10-piece pliers and wrench set or the Evercraft 32-piece SAE and metric wrench set for only $24.99. And when it comes to car care, get the CRC brake clean chlorinated non-flammable 2 for $6. And the Napa diesel exhaust fluid DEF 2.5 gallons, only $9.99. And they also make hydraulic hoses. Brogdon Auto Parts, your local Napa dealer at 204 South Coleman Street in Swainsboro.
If you operate big diesel equipment, you've already got a fortune invested in it. You simply can't afford downtime. Call Stevens Truck Center right here in Lyons at 526-3118. Let their years of professional experience, top quality equipment, and best available parts have that equipment running at its money-making best. You'll save even more because we're local. You don't have to travel to who knows where for the best service. Call 526-3118. Stevens Truck Center in Lyons.
K&K Septic Tank Service, Highway 130 East in Vidalia, will take care of all your septic tank troubles. Ronald Kite is licensed and has over 25 years of professional experience. When the job needs to be right, call the best. That's K&K Septic Tank. Get ready for his numbers, 537-2319 or 293-2319. And again, that's K&K Septic Tank Service in Vidalia.
And a loss for the Bulldogs tonight, and the record falls to 5-3 as the Bulldogs fall short to the Coffee County Trojans 10-3 here in Coffee County. The Bulldogs were able to score a run in the first, fourth, and sixth, while Coffee County scored 7 runs in the bottom of the third and 2 in the bottom of the fourth, along with 1 in the bottom of the sixth. Really, Toombs County had one inning where they made a lot of defensive errors back to back and gave up a ton of runs and ended up throwing away the game there. At the plate, Chandler Lim went 1 for 3 with a walk. Trayvon Harris went 1 for 4. Grace Stevens went 0 for 2. Bryson Stanley got a walk. Jason Dukes 0 for 4. Brantley Upshaw 0 for 2. Lucas O'Connor 1 for 1. Gordy went 1 for 3. Chase Musselman 1 for 3. Cortez went 0 for 2. And Jesus Quintero went 0 for 2. The Bulldogs will be back in action on Thursday at home versus Bleckley County for a junior varsity doubleheader. And on Friday, they'll be playing host to Tattnall County for another junior varsity doubleheader. And this Friday will actually be senior night for the team. I want to thank you for tuning in to Bulldog Baseball, and at least I don't have to fight that other radio guy. I'm Bryce Browning. I want to thank Robin, who's back in the station. Thanks for listening to Bulldog Baseball on Y101.
You've been listening to the Toombs County High School Bulldog Baseball. Today's game was brought to